modeling with straight line. Or you want to say linear model. Modeling with straight line, or you say linear model. So what do you mean by modeling? Or what do you mean by mathematical model? Do you have an idea of what it is? Ade? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know why the thing is logging us out. Let me open the window. Okay. Can you see the board? Can you see the board? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the board?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay. So I was asking, what do you understand by a mathematical model? Do you have an idea of what a mathematical model is? You don't, right?
No, sir.
Okay. So right now, a mathematical model is representing a real life representing a real life situation. Representing a real life situation using mathematical concepts. Using mathematical concepts with necessary assumptions. So a mathematical model is representing a real life situation using mathematical concepts with necessary assumptions. So for the one we are doing, we said modeling with straight line, that is a linear model. So the graph of a linear model is a straight line. So the reason why we have called it modeling with a straight line or a linear model. Now take note of this remark. The remark, a linear model is appropriate if all the points lie directly on the line. So what that remark is talking about is that for you to conclude that a particular linear model is appropriate, when you plot the graph of that model using real values now, and you draw your line of best fit, all the points must lie directly on that line or very, very close to the line. Very, very close to the line. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, if the points are far away, if the points are far away from the line, then the linear model is said to be less appropriate. So if all the points are far away, or you have too many points that are far away, then you say the linear model is less appropriate. Now, take note of this. These are application problems that you may be asked to interpret giving you a linear model, you may be asked to interpret the result. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when I'm done writing that, let me know so that I can scroll up. We'll now consider examples. Should be true.
Yes, sir. I've written everything down.
Okay. Let's see examples. Example one here says that the cost of electricity cost of electricity E in pounds and the number of kilowatt hour and the number of kilowatt hours H are shown in the table below. So we have H, we have E. 0, 45, 15, 46.8, 40, 49.8, 60, 52.2, 80, 54.6, then 110, 58.2. So that's the table. The kilowatt hour H, and the energy consumed, the cost, E. So question A now says, draw a graph of the data draw a graph of the data. Question B, explain how you know a linear model would be appropriate. Explain how you know a linear model will be appropriate. Question C, deduce an equation in the form E equals AH plus B. Deduce an equation in the form AH plus B. Question D, interpret the meaning of the constant A and B. in the model.
Wait, so for B, does it say explain how you know a linear? Oh,
Explain how you know a
yeah, just make
linear model would be appropriate. That's question B. Question E, which is the last question. Use the model to find the cost of 65 kilowatts hour. Use the model to find the cost of 65 kilowatts hour. I decided to choose this comprehensive question so that we'll be able to analyze linear model appropriately. Is that clear? Hope you are writing.
yes, sir.
So we are in question number what now? We are in question number what?
Do you interpret the meaning?
We are in question D.
Yes, sir. On question D.
Okay. So when you are done writing, please let me know.
Okay, yes, sir.
Done. Okay.
Done it. Yeah.
So let's now do it together. Solution. Question A say we should draw a linear graph for the model. Now, we are going to plot E against H. So your H, which is the kilowatt hour, the number of kilowatt hour will be your x-axis, while the cost of the electricity, E, will be our y-axis. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are going to have something like this. So this is the origin. This is our H in kilowatt hour, and this is our E in pounds. So the values of H, we have 0, 15, 40. I'm just going to put it up as a sketch. 60, 80, then 110. Now, if you are to sketch this on a grid, that is, if you are given graph book, you are supposed to take appropriate scale for that by saying let 2 centimeter represent maybe 5 units, maybe 10 units, and so on. We have not considered that here, so I'm just putting up a kind of sketch. Then, if you look at the values of E, we have 45, 46.8, 49.8, 52.2, 54.6, 58.2. So you can see that the value of E range from 45 to 60. So I'm just going to put up the point closely. So let's assume this is 45. Then let's assume this is 46.8. This is 49.8. This is 52.2. Then 54.6. Then 58.2. Now let's now put them together. When H is 0, let me change the color to red. Let me change the point, the color of the point I'm going to use to red so that it will make sense. So when H is 0, the cost of energy is 45 pounds. So that will be here. Is that clear? When the kilowatt hour is 15, the cost of energy is 46.8. So we are going to have that here. Then when it is 40, the cost of energy is 49.8. So we're going to have that here. When it is 60, the cost of energy is what? 52.2.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to have that here. When it is 80, the cost of energy is 54.6. And when it is 110, the cost of energy is 58.2. So you now trace the points together, join them together. So let me just put the line like this. Let me use freehand so that we can make our claim that the model is. Can you see that now? That's the model. That's the graph of the model. Or the graph from the table. We don't have a model yet. Draw a graph of the data. So the data provided for us in the table has been plotted. So we have this. So you can see that it's a straight line. that looks like equation of a line. Is that not it? It's a straight line graph. So do that quickly before we now do B. Let me quickly use the restroom.
Yes, sir. Okay, so I've drawn it, sir.
Okay, so let's answer question B. So question B says, explain how you know a linear model will be appropriate. How do you know that a linear model will be appropriate? Ade,
Yes, sir.
how do you know that a linear model will be appropriate? The question B says, explain how you know a linear model will be appropriate.
Because it does not start at origin. The price of the E does not start at origin. I guess I'm not sure.
No, that's not the reason. Look at the remark that I gave you. Look at the remark.
And then what is if all points are directly on the line? Oh, all the points are directly on the line. Okay, so it's a straight line.
Reason why the first part of the question asks you to draw a graph. So you can see that from the graph, all the points lie on the line. So if you now want to answer question B now, you will now say that from the graph, from the graph, all the points lie on the line. Hence, a linear model is possible. Please write that down. So that is how we know that a linear model is possible, because all the points lie on the line from the graph. When you are done writing that, let me know.
Yes, sir.
You should be through with that.
Yeah, almost done, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I finished writing it down.
Okay. So let's see question C. What does question C demand from us to do? Question C says we should deduce an equation in the form E equals AH plus B. So in other words, find a model. So let me go back to the graph slightly. So to answer question C, we are going to take two distinct points on the graph. So let's take this first point, let's call it point A, and let's take this last point, let's call it point B. Now, don't forget we are doing application of linear equation to form a model. So this point, what is the coordinate of this point A here? That's the point where you have H to be 0 and E to be 45. So 0, 45.
Yes, sir.
Then point B here is the point where H is 110 and E is 58.2.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that implies that my point A, I'm going to get my S1, Y1 there. And from my point B, I'm going to get S2, Y2 there. So this is S1, Y1, S2, Y2. So for me to find the equation of a line, I need the gradient or slope of that line. So I'm going to determine the slope here. M equals Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Substitute appropriately. That's 58.2 minus 45 over 110 minus 0. So if you subtract the numerator and divide by the denominator, you're going to get 0.12. 0.12. So we have obtained the slope. Now, from the graph, we already know the y-intercept, which is 45 from the graph. The y-intercept is 45. Don't forget that E, we have to find E equals AH plus B. AH plus B. If you relate this to y equals mx plus C. So you can see that C in this context is your B, which is the y-intercept. Don't forget that C here means y-intercept or vertical intercept. So that means this will be the intersection here, which is 45. So we can say that E equals A, which is the slope. If you compare this with this is slope or gradient. So in that sense, A will represent the slope. So this will be 0.12h plus 45. Does that make sense to you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me answer question D quickly before you move away there. Because I can see that question D says we should interpret the meaning of constants A and B. So technically from here, I have answered that question, but let's put it down formally. Now, gradients, because we are dealing with modeling now. So A, which is the gradient, we mean the rate. Are you with me now? Rate. A equals 0.12 is the rate of cost. Rate of cost of rate of cost of electricity. Rate of cost of electricity. And B is the fixed cost of electricity. Is that clear? Is the fixed cost of electricity. Now, fixed cost means that the cost that has been incurred even before you consume the electricity. An example of such is what we call maintenance charge or maintenance cost. Am I communicating? If you go to a lounge, for instance, part of the money you are paying when you buy food or drink is what they call service charge.
Yes.
Service charge. Do you get that now? So
Yes,
that's
sir.
a fixed cost, irrespective of what you are buying. Once you enter the lounge and you buy something, so you are technically paying for the service that has been rendered for you. So it's part of the money you have paid for. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in other words, what we have done in coordinate geometry that we call gradient or slope means rate of cost or the frequency at which it will happen. The y-intercept in this case is called the fixed cost. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
All right. And thank God you are economic students. So you understand what I mean by that. So write that quickly before we now answer question E.
Okay.
Done?
No, sir, not done. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Can I use the toilet real quick, please?
Right.
Hello, sir.
I'm with you.
Can I use the toilet, please, real quick?
No problem.
Thank you.
Question E says we should find the cost of 65 kilowatt hour. So what does that mean to you? We are going to use our model that we have established from the data given to us in the table, which is E equals 0.12H plus 45. So the 65 kilowatt hour that we are looking for the cost implies that H is 65. So you substitute 65 for H in this model. So 0.12 times 65 plus 45. So 0.12 times 65 plus 45, if you multiply and add, everything will now equal to 52.8. 52.8. So that's the cost of 65 kilowatt hour. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So copy that quickly. So that we'll now see another example.
Please, sir, I'm done.
Okay. Let's see example 2. This one says a web site designer charges a flat rate or a flat fee and then a daily a flat fee and then a daily rate in order to design new websites. for companies. So a website designer charges a flat fee and then a daily rate in order to design a new website for companies. Company A's new website takes 6 days. And they are charged $7,100. $7,100. Company B's new website take 13 days. And takes 13 days, and they are charged $9,550. Question. Question A. So question A says you should write an equation linking this D and website cost C in the form C equals AD plus B. in the form AD plus B. That's question A. Question B says, interpret interpret the values of A and B. Question C. Question C. The web designer charges a third company $13,400. Calculate the number of days the designer calculate the number of days the designer spent working on the website. Sorry. I guess you are writing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Calculate the number of days the designer spent working on the website.
Yes, sir. Done. Yes, sir.
Hello, Ade.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just give me a few minutes. I'm attending
Okay.
to the call. Yeah, sorry, Ade, I'm back. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So have you completed the question?
Oh, yeah, finish writing down the question, sir.
All right. Do you have an idea of what to do?
Uh, write down equation S. Write down equation linking
A
the.
website designer charges flat rate or flat fee and then a daily rate. What does that connote?
We have to find the gradient,
Very
basically.
good. We have to find the gradient. So how do we go about that?
So we take 13, so days for B minus days for A over cost of B minus cost of A, which will give us gradient.
Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do, at least you have idea. You have idea. That's good. So let's form the coordinates. Let's form the coordinate. Look from there, from the first question asked, we should have an idea of what to do. The question says, write an equation linking days and costs. Days and costs. So C, comma D, or you want to say D, comma C. But because C has been made the subject here, so our coordinate will be D, comma C. Do you understand that now?
Yes, sir.
So let's start from there. Solution. So the coordinates is going to be D, comma C, where D represents the days and C represents the cost. So that means the coordinates that we are going to have now for company A, for company A, the coordinate is, according to the question, it will take 6 days to do company A's job, and that will cost $7,100. So the coordinate is going to be 6,7100. 6,7100. So that's the first coordinate. So for company B, the coordinate will be, it takes 13 days for that at a cost of 9,550. So it's going to be 13, 9,550. So that's the concept there. So you can now find the slope. You can find the slope. So let's get the slope. M equals, now from A, I'm going to have x1, y1, and from B, I'm going to have s2, y2. So you have the slope, which is y2 minus y1 over s2 minus s1. So substitute that. So that is 9550 minus 7100 over S2 13 minus S1 6. So do you have your calculator with you? 9550 minus 7100. That's 2450. 13 minus 6, that's 7. So 2450 divided by 7 will give you 350. So the slope, which is the same thing as saying the rate, is 350. So I will now substitute that into the model given to me, because I'm to find it in the form C equals what? AD plus B.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in that case now, if you look at it, it means that A is the slope M that we have just determined. But we won't be able to answer that question now, because in question B says we should interpret the values of A and B.
Yes, sir.
But you know that A in that context means slope. So M equals A equals 350. Now, I will now go back to the model. C equals AD plus B. I will substitute for A now. C equals 350 G plus B. 350 G plus B. I have not completed the question yet, because I need to determine the value of B. So to now find the value of B, you can use any of these coordinates, either A or B. Substitute for C and D there to determine the value of B. Am I communicating? So I'll just say using company A now, using A. C in A is 7100 equals 350 times D. D in A is 6 plus B. So this will afford me to get the value of B. So B will now be equal to 7100 minus 350 times 6 is 2100.
Yes, sir.
So 7100 minus 2100, that's 5000. Hence, C equals 350 G plus 5000. So we have answered question A. The question says we should write an equation linking days D, and website cost C in this form. So that's it. So we have a model connecting the cost and the days it will cost to do the job. Any question on that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's clear, no question, right? So when you are through writing that, let me know.
What was that, sir?
When you are through writing, let me know so that
Okay.
we can answer question B.
Okay, sir, I'm done.
So let's now look at question B. So for question B, we are asked to interpret the values of A and B. I want you to attempt it. Interpret the value of A and B in the model. No, we have determined the value of A to be 350 and the value of B to be 5,000. What does that mean?
So, A the is the cost per day to make a new website.
The cost of
The cost rate to make a new website per day.
very good. The cost to make a new website per day.
Yes, and then
Okay,
B is the fixed cost of making a website.
very good. Then let's look at it this way. Let's look at the language used in the question. You are correct, but let's look at the question. You were told that a website designer charges a flat fee, and then a daily rate, a flat fee, and then a daily rate. So where you have used fixed cost, flat fee, am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
So if you use fixed cost, you are still correct, but I'm just saying that you can bring out the interpretation also from the statement of the question. Is that clear? So let's write it down formally. A, which is $350, is rate, of daily fee charge rate of daily fee charge. And B, which is 5,000, is the flat fee charge. So that's the interpretation. So flat fee or fixed fee. If you say fixed fee, you are correct. I'm just speaking the word from the question. So write that quickly and let's look at question C. Are you ready for question C?
Yes.
Okay. Question C says, the web designer charges a third company $13,400. Calculate the number of days the designer spent working on the website. So in this context, we are going to find D using the model. C equals 350 G plus 5,000. And C in the question has been given to be 13,400. So we substitute 13,400 for C. We have 350 G plus 5,000. So make 350 G the subject. That will be 13,400 minus 5,000. That gives what? 8,400. So divide both sides by 350. So D will now be equal to 8,400 divided by 350. 24. So it means that it will take 24 days for the web designer to complete the job for the third company, C. 24 days. Is that clear? When you are done, let me know. Hello?
Yes, sir.
When you are through writing, let me know.
Okay, I'm done. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So let's see another question. And probably it's going to be assignment. Number 3. But it's going to be assignment. So this question says, in 2004, in a city, there were 17,500 homes. 17,500 homes with internet connections. Full stop. A service provider predicts that each year an additional 750 homes will get internet connection. Will get internet connections. So question A says, write a linear model for the number of homes n with internet connection. T. Number of homes n with internet connection T years after 2004. Write a linear model for the number of homes n with internet connections T years after 2004. Question B. State or mention one assumption state or mention one assumption made by this model. So that's the question.
Yes, sir. Okay, got it.
You have finished writing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So to be submitted before Monday.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that means the latest time you are submitting is bedtime tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right. So have a wonderful weekend.
Thanks, sir. You too.